Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a TV show review. I finally got a chance to get done with this next Supernatural season. For season 4, it's the season where Sam drinks the demon blood and is heading down a very dangerous path and all that, into stopping Lilith. But then things happen. Uh, he uses his demon powers and all that. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this 2008 to 2009 TV show for season 4 of Supernatural. And I'll let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this TV show review. Now, pretty much with what I watched for this re-review, because it is a re-review, just so you know, I was actually really liking this season. I mean, yeah, it's about Sam making poor choices, and eventually at the end of the season, he realizes that he made the wrong fucking choice. I'm like, oh. It was still a good season and very entertaining. This is where the Angels come in, and Castiel is, pretty much, it explains it in the next season about things called vessels or whatever. So it does explain it in the Apocalypse season, which is season 5, and I will be reviewing that sometime in the next month or so, probably around Halloween. So you can definitely expect a review for that in due time. But I was really entertained with the opening episode where Dean comes back from hell. And give me a second, guys, gotta pause the video. Sorry, guys, my sister's cat wanted out of my room. That's why I had to pause the video for a moment. I was like, damn it, Titan. So, pretty much, I think it's called Lazarus Rising is the episode's name. And it's where Dean gets saved by an angel, Castiel, and it starts off at that season, and then the next one is about the rise of the witnesses, and then after that is where Dean goes back to 1973 or something like that, or some year like that, and basically just sees his mother Mary and his father John back in the where Castiel sends him back in time to see if he can stop it, and then that's where Castiel says, your brother's heading down a dangerous road, Dean, and all that, so stop it or we will. So, and then in the next episode just shows at the beginning where Dean is really pissed at Sam because he is exercising a demon with his mind and using his psychic powers to kill him, or kill the demon that's inside the person or whatever. So pretty much, I was really entertained with this season. I think it's a pretty good season. I mean, yeah, there was some episodes I did enjoy. Some episodes I was not sure if I liked. I think the Metamorphosis one was a pretty dark one, which was the next episode after the third episode. And then there was episode 5, which was Monster Movie. That was slightly entertaining, but it was alright. Then comes Yellow Fever. That was where Dean was scared of basically anything. So he was mostly scared of Hellhounds and Lilith. And then episode 7 was the rise of Sam Hain and all that. Then you get episode 8, which is the wishful thinking, and that was with a teddy bear being bipolar or whatever, and other things like that. You make a wish and it comes true, but at a price or whatever. And give me a second, guys, gotta pause the video again. I am so sorry, guys, for pausing the video a few times in this review. It's just, this cat is wanting to be annoying. Right, Titan? You wanting to be annoying. And he just doesn't quit. He's like the in and out thing, mostly. So, yeah, Titan, you need to learn to stop being indecisive. So basically, wishful thinking was that episode I watched, and then the 9th episode was about a girl named Anna that escapes from this psych ward, and apparently she turns out to be an angel in that one. And then the 10th episode is the continuation where Cass says no, she has to die and all that. it leaves off there. And then the 10th episode mostly is where Alistair and all them come in, or episode 9 actually. Alistair comes in and just, that's the same episode where Sam reveals everything that happened in the past year, was what, after Dean went to hell and all that, he was struggling big time. So pretty much, I think 9 and 10 were pretty good episodes. And then after that were Family Matters or something like that. It was about this certain haunting or whatever. That was a pretty interesting episode. I was entertained by that. The Chris Angel is a douchebag is another one that I kind of did enjoy a bit. But it was a hit or miss kind of episode. It wasn't the worst, but just not my favorite. Then After School Specials, where Sam meets a teacher and shows flashbacks of them going to this high school called Truman High. And honestly, it wasn't the worst episode, but it was pretty good for what it went for. Then there's Sex and Violence. That was the last one I watched until continuing the season. And then that was a alright episode. Not terrible, just alright. And then comes, I think, Death Takes a Holiday, and on the head of a pin or something like that. I can't remember. It's where Alistair dies in that episode. And if you've watched Supernatural, you know all about that, what goes on in the beginning of the show. It's very entertaining of a show. I mean, Season 3 had its good moments. I wouldn't say Season 3 was the worst season I've watched. It was just good. But this one, I was really entertained with how it turned out, and this cat is getting on my nerves. Honestly, come on, Titan, you need to lay the fuck down. So, basically, close to the end of the season, Dean gets worried about the apocalypse and all that, and eventually it leads up to that. There's other episodes like It's a Terrible Life, where they were fighting a ghost. Then there's the monster at the end of the book, where they meet Chuck or whatever, Chuck Shirley. He's like a prophet of the Lord. But as you know, in the later seasons, you know who he really is, eventually. So, after that, then there's Jump the Shark, which is about ghouls. And then The Rapture is where Castiel gets sent back to heaven. And basically, Sam is still doing his demon blood stuff and drinking demon blood. It's pretty gross, honestly. But he was an addict to that demon blood stuff. That was his addiction. And then the last 2 episodes were, I think, where Lucifer Rising is the last episode, where it shows Lilith dying and Lucifer is rising. So, basically, I was really entertained with this season. It was a pretty good season. I wouldn't say it's better than the first and second, but it is pretty good, because it tells a story. It tells a very interesting 4th season of a story, and it is, you get pretty invested in this season for sure. And I just like how the storyline and the script and for each episode was alright. I mean, there were certain episodes that were my least favorite, like Monster Movie was fine. It wasn't the worst. I didn't hate it. Metamorphosis was a little too dark, and it's not that it was the worst, but it was just this guy, Jack or whatever, turning into a Rougarou or something like that. Some kind of monster that feeds on man-pig, which is long pig or something like that. I think it's long pig. He eats human flesh. It's really gross. It was a pretty dark episode. And then there were some other episodes, like Family Matters was not bad. Pretty much the Chris Angel is a douchebag and Metamorphosis were probably my least favorites, and Sex and Violence was not bad, just it wasn't the worst of the worst, but Pretty much, if I were to give season 4 an overall score, at the end of the season, it does show that Lucifer is rising and Sam killed Lilith and broke the final seal because Lilith was the final seal. So I'm going to give season 4 for this re-review an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty entertaining season. I was really enjoying how it turned out, and like I said, it's pretty entertaining of a season. So 8.5 out of 10 for Supernatural Season 4. I tried to explain each episode in the best way I could and what I experienced watching each one, because I had to watch this whole season again just to get you guys a new re-review for it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this Supernatural Season 4 re-review. 8.5 out of 10 for this season. Thanks for watching.